Welcome to this episode of the Listening Detective TV. I'm really excited to have a guest with me today who has been helping me make change easier. So I'm out there helping you to make your change easier, but guess what? I need help as well, because change is a bit uncomfortable, but hey, with some friends, it can be a lot more fun and easy. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the wonderful Jeanette Jones. I'm going to bring her on now to say hello. And prepare your eyes. You might need to put your sunglasses on because the background is a bit bright. So watch out. Here we come. Yay!
Hello. Hi.
So welcome, Jeanette. So just a bit of an overview. We've got together, haven't we? We've known each other. I'm trying to remember, how long have we known each other?
Too long. Or is that not enough?
I'm not sure how I should take that. You know, if I was going to take things personally, I might infer otherwise then. I'd say not long enough, because you've been helping me loads over the time. So, Jeanette, tell us a little bit about you and your company, Any Green Will Do, because you have definitely been helping me with your lovely, gentle, non-judgmental hints and tips of little things we can do to change to make our environment better, particularly in the home. So tell us a little bit about you and your business and how you got into doing what you're doing.
That's lovely. Thank you, Cheryl. Yes. Hi, guys. My company, Any Green Will Do, I created just over 4 years ago, and that was shortly after I became a grandma. I'm too young. Anyway,
I won't agree.
Maya is adorable, but what she made me really seriously think about is how I can improve the environment that she's living in, making it more ethical, more eco-friendly, less chemical. And I was looking around for various companies, and this one just ticked all the boxes because it sells all the boring stuff. But I know, how can you get excited about toilet cleaner and washing up liquid? But everybody uses it. So
I have to stop you there though, because I did get excited about toilet cleaner and washing up liquid, because I remember what is it you said at the networking events? Because you say, don't you, if you turn, I'm going to repeat you now because I've heard it so often, turn your washing liquid around and it says dangerous for aquatic animals or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, warning, harmful to aquatic life.
It says, so like, it kind of tells you this, it's not good for you, like that. You sort of, and I'd hear you after networking event after networking event, and then I'd go off and do my dishes, and every time I picked up that particular branded washing up liquid we will not mention, we have kept their bottle to recycle, and now I'm using your 5-litre one, and I have to say that stuff, that lavender, even my husband went, oh, this one smells nice, like this one. So yes, we are getting excited about our eco-friendly environment.
Wonderful.
So yeah, and I think it's interesting, isn't it, how there's lots of it around, and I think I've known you a long time, and I think every year I just take another little thing. So I think I got the eco egg when we talked. That must have been 5 years
it must have been at least. Yeah.
And then I did the toilet cleaner about 2 years ago, and I got the washing up liquid this week. So I'm a slow mover, but I'm getting
the whole concept is doing something is better than not doing anything, and even if you did only change the washing up liquid, how many times do you pour the empty washing up liquid, the washing up water down the sink every day? 4 or 5 times. So you've made that difference just in one purchase of the product.
Yeah. I think I remember someone saying once, don't worry about the whole world, just look after your own back garden. So you look after your own space, everything else will look after itself.
That's it. I've recently been rebranded and things, and it makes me sound like a cow. Sorry, when somebody says you've been rebranded,
I'm going to brand you.
Sorry. But obviously I'm very serious in this business.
You are, yeah. It was a serious business, you need to take it seriously.
But my tagline is now, a healthier world starts at home.
I totally agree. But it's also that thing, isn't it, though, and we've talked about this before. So you and I have chatted, and I know you want to make it easy for people because we are conditioned, because the big boys pay for the advertising. It's in front of us all the time. It's teasing us with their lovely smells and all the other stuff that they got, you know, the big advertising bit. And then you go to the supermarket and it's quick and easy because you just shove it in your trolley as you're going around. Obviously, COVID made that a little bit more limiting, which is a good thing. So one of the things I know you do is these packs to make it easy for people to try things without spending loads. So tell us a little about these packs that you're doing, because I think they're a fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. On my website, there are over 1,000 different products, which are all ethically sourced, eco-friendly, not tested on animals, you know, tick all the boxes. But then when you say to somebody, oh, have a look at one of my 1,000 products, they're like, where do I start?
Where to start?
So what I've started doing is I created sample boxes. So that it's like shoebox size. And in them, each month, I do different ones each month, you get 8 to 10 samples of products which I sell. So you can find out the extent of what we do actually sell, and also you can try them, or you can smell them, or you can wash your washing with them and see whether it actually whether you like
it or not.
And these are only £10 plus postage, but so I think it's an affordable way of you just dipping your toe in and seeing if there's something in the box that you like.
Absolutely. So I've just popped your website address. I was going to say email, but that's not what I've done. So I've just put Any Green Will Do actually in there. We're going to have it on a ticker bar as well in a moment. So if anybody wants to find out more about those, it's because it's £10, you said, isn't it? £10 doing them for? So you pay £10, you get a box for the staff, you can actually smell them and try them. I mean, you just don't get that kind of service if you go to the supermarket. You have to buy a big one. If you don't like it, you're kind of stuck with it, aren't you? You either wasted it or you've just got to put up with it until it's finished. So it's a great way of finding out, but I think it's also a lovely way of just getting that first nudge to be able to try things out. So the other reason we got in together is because it is Multiple Sclerosis Day on the 30th. However, I'm taking time off, so we decided to do the video today in advance because we're forward planning and organised like that.
Obviously.
And you yourself do have multiple sclerosis. So just tell us a little bit about, when you got diagnosed, that was like what, and sort of kind of how you've got and managed to do your business, and I was going to say deal with it. I don't know if that's the right word. Manage it, cope with it, whatever the right word is to sort of.
I don't think there is a best descriptive word for that. I got diagnosed when I was 32, which I hate to say. I'm now 50, so it's 18 years ago, which is really quite scary. And the one I went to the doctors because I had blurred vision. After I'd been rushing around, I had blurred vision, and I was a bit worried that it was my blood pressure. So they checked and it was all fine. Then I went to the opticians, and they're like, I think you ought to go back and get checked out. Long and the short of it, got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which is a bit nerve-wracking and a bit scary because it's one of the problems with MS is you can never remember what the words that you're trying to say. Perfect example. It's incurable, and they don't know how you get it. They don't know why you get it. So you're just like, oh, well, that's my life over then, isn't it? And I did the obligatory. You sit in the corner, and then you think, well, do I stay here and feel sorry for myself, or do I say, well, what's it? Get on with life. And I'm like, I could get run over by a bus. I could, have a heart attack. There's so many different ways that my life could be affected. Why should this stop me? So in a nutshell, that's what I did. And I ended up getting ill health retired from my proper job because stress is everybody knows stress is bad for you. But the problem is with MS and me, stress made me fall asleep. So I couldn't work because I was just sleeping all the time. So I got ill health retired, and I was still looking for something to do. because I love people. I'm a people person. I sit and have a chat and Zoom these days, but and then Maya came along, and I thought, yeah, this is what I'm meant to be doing. And I started Any Green Will Do. And what I love about being self-employed is you do what you can do when you can and ignore it all the rest of the time. And I don't, so in my business, as in what I do stress. I don't do complicated. Life is too complicated, so everything's simple. So sleep is a nightmare for me. So people often get emails from me at 4:30 in the morning, which I think is quite a sensible time to get up, but not many other people do. But I don't do anything work-wise after early afternoon, or anything which is meant to be thinking and doing and having sensible answers. Apart from this, obviously, Cheryl, because
because you like chatting and you like
people. I like chatting. It's just it's just a chit chat, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and if I don't feel like doing something that day, I don't. Or if it's too complicated, I leave it. And I've been doing it 4 years now, and I've sort of juggled around. But I love it, because if I need a nap for a couple of hours, I can have a nap. And if I want to forget something or regularly forget something, it doesn't matter. The whole thing with MS is it makes you realize what's important and what isn't.
And do you think that before you got diagnosed that you weren't very good at listening to your body and you would push harder?
Of course you would.
I'm listening to you now thinking about how many other self-employed people would like to just, take the pressure off and just do the easy, don't keep putting yourself under this huge pressure. And I think this may not be your exact words, but it was something like just switch off. I was like, I'm chuckling because I've just finished a client session with somebody who's planning their time off and actually thinking about what do they need to do to get to a point where it's like, okay, just to stop. Because it's lovely and refreshing to hear that you've got this kind of like this attitude of, do what you can do when you can do it.
Yeah.
And everything else will wait.
Yeah.
And it's working for you, isn't it? That's the ultimate thing.
Well, that's it. It's my lifestyle, and I can do it. I mean, I can't. I don't iron. Well, what it is, MS, it affects everybody in different areas. Me, it's down my right side, which is a bit different, which means that my right arm is weaker and my right leg is anyway. But I can't iron, so I don't buy anything that needs ironing. There's a way around everything. I can't do the housework, so I've got a cleaner. Can't cut the grass, so I've got a gardener. But so if I had to Hoover or Dyson or other names brands are suitably available, it would take me maybe half an hour, but then that would be done for the day. And I would much rather spend my half an hour of energy doing something that I like doing and being something which is beneficial to me than doing the ironing or the hoovering or the whatever. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
That's not important.
And I think that's, when people know we run the academy, Do, Delegate or Ditch, it is about, what do you actually want to do more of? Delegate and asking for help with the stuff you don't. And then ditching whatever story it is you've got that's saying that's not okay. Because you said for you, when we were talking offline before, what you've really done is focused on what you can do and you can do it.
Yeah.
So today really is about acknowledging that there is a serious condition, multiple sclerosis, and young people, you're sort of saying, who was it, 25 to 35-year-old women generally get diagnosed with it?
Yeah.
It's quite a young person.
People think it's an older person's condition, but it's not. The problem is you get symptoms when you're young, and as you get older, they get worse, or you get more of them. So it's more noticeable when you're older, but it starts off, I say, 25 to 35.
Yeah. And so you did want one message to go out to anybody watching this who maybe has multiple sclerosis that would like to, what did you want to say to them if they've just been diagnosed?
If you need a friendly ear, just contact me, and I can sit and listen, have a chat, and believe it or not, you can have a laugh. You are allowed to laugh at yourself. I have chipped my tooth from falling over, and you just have to laugh about it because that's life. And it takes a lot to get your mindset. But if you just want to have a natter or a Zoom or a please, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm just somebody who lives with the condition and has done for the last 18 years. So, if you just want to vent or just chat to somebody who knows what you're talking about, please just get in contact with me.
And there's so much in that when you're going through that change, isn't it? Just to have somebody who can listen, who gets it and isn't going to try and make you feel better or tell you you need to get. I'm probably the worst because I always want to make people feel better. So I'm a very solution-driven person, and sometimes you just want someone that goes, "It is how it is right now."
Now, one thing, I didn't tell my parents for 4 years once I was diagnosed, because I knew my dad would blame himself because his mum had it. And it is more often 2 out of 3 people who get MS are females. So you're more likely to get it if you're female. So I didn't want dad to feel guilty, so I didn't tell him. So it's just nice, perhaps you haven't told anybody that you know, and you just want to talk to somebody who you don't know about it. I'm more than happy just to.
So this is a bit of a random question, but I feel I need to ask it before we close today's interview off. And if MS brain kicks in and you haven't got the answers, we'll just have to do another interview another day. But because I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this question.
Oh, thank you.
But you said you sort of sat in that corner when you first got diagnosed and sort of like, because there is that. I think it's important, isn't there, when you get news like this, a bit like the COVID stuff as well, isn't it? There is a little bit where you have to just accept it's horrible, it's pants. So there is a grieving process, isn't it? We have to accept this is what it is, and it's not fair, and have your tantrum or the tizzy wazzy or have those emotional experiences. But you've got yourself to this space where you're going, right, I'll do what I can do. I can't do that, so I'll get a gardener. I can't do that, so I won't buy clothes that need ironing. And I can run my own business and I can do it this way. What is it that happened between sat in the corner and having this I'll do what I can do attitude?
I think it's because I realised my life was worth something. And it's going to be down to me to implement that. Everybody else has got their problems and their worries. They're not going to say, oh, let's sort you out as well. Which is why I did that, because I felt that I am more important than nothing in the corner.
Fabulous. Well, that's a beautiful place for us to leave, because you are absolutely worth it. And you've changed my life by being you and showing up with your message. So just to say to everybody, if you see this video, please like it, subscribe it, share it, comment, get in touch with Jeanette if you want anything more about sort of green products. You want to change the way that you're looking after your family and your home with non-chemical based products, please talk to this lovely lady. And of course, if you know someone that's been diagnosed with MS, she's free for a chat, because it's good to listen. Thanks very much for joining me today, Jeanette.
That's lovely. Thank you for your time, Cheryl.
You're welcome.